like you said it. You wet. Broom wouldn't do better than that.
I'm just moving a little tiny bottle.
You can see why water just pours down the side of this mobile home. I mean, literally, you can actually see the lines from it. And then, of course, you end up with window issues, caulking, and this is what you end up doing. Of course, that right there is a leaky window. So even with you got the, and this is silicone. That's why it has a leaky window. I don't use silicone. I use silicone. I use Lexel. Lexell. It's one of the products I like. Home Depot and Lowe's carries that product in my area. But that's what you end up having to do. No overhang. What do you expect? No overhang. A little jog in her right there. Yeah, I mean, no overhang. Windows getting soaked. Silicone, no good. All right, so when they built this, and then they came in and put this crap, TPO, which, if you notice, is leaked probably since day one. In my opinion, TPO is not the best product for this particular application. So they put this TPO on here, and then they put their turn bar right here. They literally put a turn bar screwed down on a flat down through here, which leaked constantly, and you can see where he's been fighting it constantly. And now it has rotted the plywood in through here, so we're gonna have to remove this area all the way down. And you don't put turn bar in a flat ever, period. That's just not what you do. And their turn bar was so close to the top of the roof that didn't make sense. They should have either dropped it down a little bit or did boxing like we do.
Right behind you, boss.
Well, yes, sir. It won't look like that.
Yeah, it's coming.
For sure.
You don't need to do that.
It's rotted so bad.
Yeah, well.
This is a lot of rolled roofing. Look at this. They've been trying to fix this forever. This is a mess, guys. Look at that. Yep. So anyway, TPO, turn bar and flat. They did a lot of things wrong here to start with. A lot of things wrong. And if you start out wrong, it's never going to be right. You're probably going to have to go back further than that, Paul. That's what I'm feeling.
Yeah, definitely. Well, you can see where the rot is.
Yeah, this is nasty. Sure would have been nice if that porch was at the same level as that, but then they would have had a trough back there, so I couldn't do that either. What a mess. Boy, I tell you what, he's been having a nightmare here for a long time. This has been a problem for a while, guys. A while. I wonder how many times you replace the ceiling tile because of this crap. Yeah, well, this is where we're at for today. Millville. What's the name of it? Millville.
We're in Woodbine right now.
Woodbine, New Jersey. I keep on. Oh, Millville's the hotel. Okay, so we're staying in Millville, working in Woodbine, and this guy has been having issues for a long time. I'm sure of it. Just looking at it, we're not going to take that up unless we have to. That's why he says you better bring a bad blade up here. If it'll come up, we'll do it. But if it won't, probably going to have to cut deeper. Yeah, it's soft everywhere. We're trying to stay 2 feet away from the mobile home where it's all solid. Might want to throw it all down in the same place. Hey.
Big piece.
All the trash we'll put right there. Somewhere in here.
Hey.
What, sir? I think it's just going to be a 4-foot piece, unless they started from the bottom. Although that piece of OSB is sideways, so who knows how they started it.
We're gonna put 4 foot back in there.
Yeah, I think 4 feet. Be a good number. Maybe be able to tie that in better. I don't know how the hell his ceiling's not soaking wet through here. But
Do we have a top box up here? No.
I'm gonna have to start getting extra long shirts for you guys. I said I'm gonna have to start getting extra long shirts for you guys.
No, I just needed the bigger size. I needed 2X.
2X.
Yeah, because after you wash these about 3 or 4 times, they shrink.
Yeah.
Hey, can we bring that box out here? Right here, right? Somebody's got to do it. Do what? That's right. I'm fully willing to accept responsibility because it won't matter to me, but you guys might get an attitude about it. So. No, man.
There you go. Yeah. Now you just need that 2x4 right straight across there.
Yep. For 2x4s.
Yeah, baby.
$102 3/4.
There you go. Beautiful. Beautiful. There you go, buddy. Now you have a solid as hell roof with a 6-inch overhang. This is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. Thank you for inviting us to your place and allowing us to do what we love doing. And that, my friend, is this right here. Thank you. That's a roof you won't have to worry about for a long time. Factory wrinkle right there. I think you gotta pull that downhill. That, I think it's gonna have to go downhill. Back that one. Right here. Go that way. No?
No.
Okay. Yeah, not until this is pulled back when where I want it. And we're not done with this one yet, so I don't know no sense in doing that. Give him some air, Paul. You playing?
I didn't even hardly pull it. Pull that side. Crooked.
He'll get under it. What?
He's ready to get in the shower.
An hour and a half.
Get his ass checked.
All right, Drew's Roofing and Home Repair, the Travelers. We are so close to Wildwood, New Jersey, it's not funny. And I think it's time for adjustment on that brake, isn't it, Chris? That center line, not pulling too good. So anyway, we're down here real close to Wildwood. Beautiful place. The only bad thing he's had problems with is the roof's been leaking for like ever. And he had baffles, as you've seen in the video earlier. He had them baffles, and unfortunately them baffles were catching the water, carrying it most likely down here to the outside edge, probably coming out in this plastic box. And but what it did do is it, because of the way they installed that TPO, the white stuff you've seen up here, they had exactly what we had done, except instead of making a seam here, which I don't like on TPO anyway because it's only 1.5 inches wide, instead of putting a seam, they rolled their piece of TPO over and they put that piece of termination bar right down through there, right on top of this flat roof. Everybody knows termination bar does not go on a flat roof. So obviously it created a leak right down through the side of this at the mobile home for about 1.5 feet, a couple feet out. So we thought it'd be just best to go ahead and get rid of that, like we showed earlier in the video, and replace it with new. Had a little issue over here. We had to do some adjusting, but you run into stuff like that, like you probably seen earlier in the video. We got Bert up here and he's cleaning that seam. He wants to clean that seam good too, because that talcum powder is a releasing. Basically, just it's for releasing. It's so that things don't stick to itself, like the rubber to rubber, and this talcum powder on this keep it from sticking to itself. You got to wash all that off so that your seam tape will stick to the actual rubber and not be on talcum powder. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm saying that's like a talcum powder, baby powder, call it what you want. It's on there. Yeah. And when you clean that off and get rid of it, it'll look more this color, obviously. And this is just a cleaner. When you use seam tape, you use a cleaner and then a primer, both sides. Run your seam tape down through there, sticking out past that yellow line about 1 inch, this side of it. And then when you're done, the seam tape has plastic on it, which I'm going to show you in a minute. And that plastic strip is going to protect this from sticking to this when you fold that over. So fold it over. After you get it folded over, you start peeling that tape out a little bit at a time, and pushing it down nice and tight, and then you just roll it out, and you got a nice seam there, a nice 6-inch seam. Paul over here is working on a pipe boot, and I didn't used to do this, but some people have said, look, it would probably
clean that wide.
Yeah, it'd probably be better if you did this a little bit different and gave me a couple ideas. So I decided to go with their idea, and I like it. We're going to put seam tape down here, and then we're going to attach our pipe boots to the top of that seam tape, along with the lap sealant under here and screwed down. And I feel like this is a little bit more pliable and will seal around this boot better, because it's sticky for one. Anything to make it better, whatever works best.
Make sure you over that.
If it's real short, we will save it for pipe boots. Right?
Yep.
I mean, we could actually do any cover tape, obviously, but the other ones, we can use them up. Short cover tapes can be used around pipe boots, stuff like that. It's nice. Nice, clean, and supreme. So, that line, I'm guessing that outside line is the outside of your plastic.
Yes, outside the plastic.
Yes, sir. All right, everybody. You've seen it. We did it. 3 pieces. The main body of the house, which has a couple niches here we're going to work with tomorrow. The end, because our rubber is only 30 foot wide, long, excuse me. 12 by 27 over here with the seam. 6-inch seam tape all the way down through. Same thing over here. Seam. So that made 2 seams. Not sure how many this thing had, but it wasn't pretty. Still got some rolling to do. Paul's getting that thing screwed down nice and tight. It's looking good. There you go. Huh? Think it's gonna leak?
No.
We're done for the day. We are done. This is a park, and let me tell you, it's tight. Tight little park. I mean, it's like house. But I guess you can live in here permanently. So this is, I guess, what do they call it? Not cheap living, but small house living, almost. Some of these are pretty good size. They need to get some work done over here. It's rotting. Get it fixed before you're gonna spend thousands. That's what you do. All the 2x4s are on, all around the whole house. Seams are done, boots are on. We're ready for tomorrow. Install the metal, put the termination bar up. This thing's gonna be so sweet. And as you've seen down through here, he's not gonna have that leak coming back. I can tell you that. All right, buddy, this is what we got done for today. This is your today job. We'll be back in the morning. We will be leaving here by noontime tomorrow. Heading to Virginia.